Right, so let's get going and let's get into the purple cards. OP05 is just around the corner, and we want to make sure that we go through everything. So, first of all, the SP card Uta. I think this is my favorite SP card. I'm not a big fan of the SP cards in this set, but I just think this one's my favorite because I think it's just like the background isn't as noisy. I don't know, something about it just seems like it's nicer. Anyways, this is just from the OP02 Uta, which is the on play Don -2, all your characters in leader gain plus 1k until the start of your next turn. Now, this is our boy Monkey D. Luffy. I am excited about this deck. This is a purple leader with built-in ramp. So activate main once per turn. You may add one card from the top of your life cards to your hand. If you have 0 or 3 or more Dawn cards on your field, add up to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and set it as active. So you can't use it on your first turn if you go first or second, but starting from turn 2, you'll be able to use this. And if you do play the Gear 5 Luffy, you'll be down to 0 and you'll be able to ramp from that as well. So very strong leader, and it's currently performing very, very well. Usohachi, Dawn times 1 when attacking. If you have 8 or more Dawn cards on your field, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less. Pretty good to get rid of blockers, and it's a 2k counter, so pretty solid actually. Nami, if you have 10 Dawn cards on your field, this character gains blocker. It seems like a pretty shitty blocker, to be honest. Like, to have that, especially in a purple deck, to have the requirement of having 10 Dawn cards on your field, I don't think it's going to see a lot of play. But it's Nami. And we got Orobi. On play, if you have 8 or more Dawn cards on your field, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 3 or less. This could be good late game to get rid of some blockers. Killer. On play, look at 5 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 Kid Pirates type card other than Killer and add it to your hand, then place the rest at the bottom of your deck. So it's just a searcher. So if anybody's playing Kid, which honestly I have run into a couple people on the sim that are trying to make it work, this could work out for you. Sangoro, 6 cost 8k. Now you can see Zoro in the back here, and it's pretty cool because they have a Zoro version where you can see Sanji in the back as well. But this one's just a vanilla, and we get 5 cost 6k Jinbei blocker. Opponent's turn, if you have 10 Dawn cards on your field, this character gains plus 1k. This is so awesome. So for 5 cost, you could potentially have like a 7k blocker. Really good. Really good late game for sure. Zoro Juro, this is the card we talked about. You can see Sanji in the background. When attacking, if you have 3 or less life cards, add up to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and set it as active. Pretty strong, especially since it's a 1 attacking. Very, very good. And there's a parallel. The parallel actually looks so cool. It's kind of hard to tell like on scans, but like the actual card looks so nice. And then Choppa Imon. So I actually dealt with this on the sim. It's actually very strong. On play, if you have 8 or more Dawn cards on your field, set up to one of your purple Straw Hat crew type characters with 6,000 power or less as active. So someone actually put 2 of these in a row and was able to swing with their Zoro like 3 times because of it. But it's 6,000 power or less, so it's nothing too nothing too crazy. But still, you get a restand, right? Trafalgar Law. When attacking, if your opponent has more Dawn cards on your field than you, look at 5 cards on the top of your deck, relate to 1 Heart type Pirates card, and add it to your hand. So it's a pretty good searcher, and this comes with an alt art, and the alt art looks so dope. Like, honestly looks so dope. And it has a manga rare. Like, it's one of the 3 cards that get a manga rare. So it's, I mean, everyone wants the Luffy manga rare, but like, come on, like this one is pretty cool too. And then Frenosuke, Dawn times 1. If you have 8 or more Dawn cards on your field, this character gains rush, and it's a 2k counter. I don't know, like a 5 for 4, basically a 6 for 5. I don't know. Doesn't seem that strong. Beppo, 3 for 5. When attacking, if your opponent has more Dawn cards on their field than you, give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 2k for the turn. This is really good for Law, especially because Law's needs you to get into range for their leader ability, so I think it's quite strong. Hon Kichi. This is Brook. 4 cost 6k. If you have 8 or more Dawn cards on your field, give up to 2 of your opponent's characters minus 2000 power during this turn on play. Like, that is kind of crazy. Miss Doublefinger. On play, you may trash 1 card from your hand, add up to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck, and rest it. And the trigger is Dawn minus 1. Play this card. So it's a 2k counter, so you might see it in some decks. It looks like some Crocodile support. Very nice artwork. Then we get Eustace Captain Kidd, which also is a manga rare. It's a 5 cost 6k. It's a blocker, and your turn once per turn, when a Dawn card on your field is returned to your Dawn deck, add up to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and set it as active. So this is actually really good, and it's a really good staple because it's a blocker and you're able to use a lot of other Dawn minus effects and essentially get it back for free while this character is on the board. So pretty strong. Mr. 1. On opponent's attack once per turn, Dawn minus 1. Play 1 Baroque Works type character with a cost of 3 or less from your hand. So more Crocodile support. And we get to our events. When you're at sea, you fight against pirates. And you can see Kid and Law here. Low-key, like, I love Luffy, but I kind of wish like they had like the full frame a little bit. I think it'd be kind of cool. But its main, look at 3 cards from the top of your deck. Reveal up to 1 Straw Hat Crew, Kid Pirates, or a Heart Pirates type card and add it to your hand. And place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. And the trigger is activate main event. So it's like a search your event. Then we get Gamma Knife, main Dawn minus 1. Give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 5,000 power during this turn. That is pretty crazy. And the triggers add up to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and set it as active. Punk Rodden, Dawn minus 1, up to one of your Kid Pirates type leader or character cards, gains plus 5,000 power during this turn. It's pretty strong. 5k is really strong. And then we get our secret rare, and this is everybody's favorite manga rare. It looks amazing. You have all the gears, right? You have gear 4, you have gear 2, like, it's just so awesome. And it's 10 cost for 12k. On play, Dawn minus 10. Place all of your characters except this character at the bottom of your deck in any order. Then take an extra turn after this one. And then there's an activate main once per turn. 1 cost. Add up to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and set it as active. Like, this is just like so awesome. As far as like the actual effect goes, I feel like it's kind of tough to be able to pull it off because you have to minus all your Dawn and bottom deck everything. But perhaps, like, yeah, I don't know, like, because like if you do want a 12k swing, like, at that point, unless all of your characters for some reason can attack, I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting one, that's for sure. And then yeah, we're back at the top. So that's wrapping up all our purple cards there. Very excited for purple in this set. It's getting a big boost. Yeah, we'll see how it goes, and hopefully you guys can check out some deck breakdown videos that I'll post soon, and maybe the rest of these colors. We got black and yellow to go. So thanks for watching.